Hey guys, how is everybody? I hope everybody's well. Just another quick little chainsaw repair here. This is technically a Farmertec, or I wouldn't really call it a Holzforma. It's a kit put together from Farmertec, but same saw as a Stihl 460 046. This will apply to almost any modern chainsaw that has an inboard clutch. All we are going to do is put a new clutch bearing in. If the clutch drum ends up being worn more than I'm thinking, it shouldn't be this time. This saw does not have a lot of time on it at all, so hopefully it's just straightforward. Pull it down, grease up a new bearing, put it back together, or at least that's what I'm hoping for anyway. Some of these E-clips can be fun to get off. This one may be one that's the case of that. There's not really a lot of room to get anything back behind it to pop it out of there. I don't really want to pick it out and lose it. I really honestly don't know if I have another to fit this saw. I bought a bunch of them once, but I have no idea where they would even be. If it's a 372, probably have a bunch, but for this, I'd say this is just a case of a bearing failure. She's pretty daggone black. She's missing some needle bearings. We pause you guys, grab the new bearing, and like I said, this is just a quick video. Just thought I'd shoot it. May help someone, may not. Their new bearing. What you're looking at there in front of the saw is the little grease gun you can pick up. Most any hardware store has those. Stihl dealers, Husky dealers. They don't work very well. Any of the ones I've bought don't. I end up not getting a lot of life out of them for some reason. They'll gob off. But anyway, we're going to use the grease out of this, and I'm just going to try to pack it down in there like you was greasing a wheel bearing, which is kind of what it is, I guess. But any kind of high speed grease, any kind of wheel bearing grease should be just fine. The main deal is you want it lubricated. Part of saw maintenance, which a lot of people do not do, is you should pull this down ever so often, depending on how heavily you use your saw, and pop a little grease in there. My squeaky chair you can probably hear. I got a little grease in the clutch is what I'm doing now. You don't want to do that. So I'm sure it'd just burn right off as soon as the saw started. But what I'm hoping right now is that I'll scent the correct bearing. There we go. And you wiggle that around until it falls into place. I don't know if my mic will pick it up. You can kind of hear the oiler rod rattling a little bit there. You want to when you're doing this, it'd be a good time to inspect your rim sprocket. You'd want to put it back on in the manner that it came off, because it's already worn in there. Your rim sprocket on, your washer, and your E-clip back in. Sometimes it's easy enough just to take your screws and pop those in. Some E-clips you can even take the screws and pop them back out, or pop them out of the saw. But in some cases you can't. But I think what we'll do now, guys, is I'll hunt up, being you watch this, I'll hunt up a bar and chain. This is a ported saw. It is pretty daggone healthy. The piece of wood I'm cutting on out here is not real big, but it is hardwood. It's hickory. We'll grab a bar and chain, bar this thing up, and make a cut for you guys being you sit through this little boring video. Well guys, there you have it. One saw put back into work. Just a short video. I had to do this. I was like, well, I'll record it. May help somebody, but I'll just tell you, that saw was one bad dude. That's kind of funny. Just a quick story. Back when we bought our little Chevy Sonic, it's been 8-9 years ago. One of the few vehicles I bought new, but we were sitting in the dealership while they were doing all the paperwork. And this old dude comes in, crackhead kind of looking guy. I ain't judging, just saying that's what he looked like. Asking the dealer if he could test drive a new Super Sport Camaro. That old guy was like, no. He said, that's a bad dude there. I'll have to get in it and take you for a ride in it. But I can remember about falling out of my seat laughing, but you just would have had to be in there. But anyway, hope this helps someone, even if it's just entertaining. You guys have a great day.